snake crowns. It says, send the women, Israel, Yahweh's symbolically unfaithful wife, Israel and her children, also known as, goes into the sin, because they're obviously the wrong type of snake. Satan, he took on the form of a snake. He's not a proper snake like the good snakes. That song is Sema Sediemia Livab LLOVE. First time I've heard it. It sounds nice. One humbled sinner. That's the lyric that's on the screen. It's called Yeshua. It sounds really nice. Yeah, the woman gets taken. The persecuted church. No, that's us. Some of us are Gentiles. Some of you are Gentiles. And we'll get taken into the wilderness to be fed by the serpent. You understand? Pre-sent, you know, rearrange the spelling. Sir, pen, pre-sent, sent in advance, you know. Some of the holy snake gods are here, like Quetzalcoatl. I first heard of him in Immortal Technique song. And you can trust Immortal Technique, he swears a lot. And in one song he says, I'll breathe fire, the jinn type, and I'll make you hate the way Allah. You know, God makes you to live life. And we all have free will, but like Pharaoh, God gave him many chances, you know, to humble himself and get purified. But he kept going against Moses, like Moses and the holy God of Yahweh, and then he got God hardened his heart, so be careful. Oh yeah, he says, like Quetzalcoatl, I can't pronounce your name properly, brother, please forgive me actually. Like Quetzalcoatl flying over La Raza, I think that's the place in Mexico. There's a good song I like by David Roberts, the St. Patrick's Brigade. I'm not sure I like St. Patrick, I think he chose the wrong type of snakes out of Ireland, do you get me? Because like this Catholic Church, it's not the real Catholic Church, it's an upside down creation. It's like, it should be the cat Elite Church for a start, to do with cats, because cats are very holy. I'm going to anoint and not anoint him, I haven't got the right oil for that. I've got a little bit of oil, I could anoint him with this oil that I brought online, not proper priest oil, just a little drop on his head. You know, the Catholics do that fake baptism, not what John the Immerser, John the Baptist would have done. I've got Jinn in the house, so I can make him Jinn the Baptist. He's got permission, and most of my Jinn army and people on Facebook say, oh, you've got demons, we're praying for you. You've got demons, you understand? And the demons are convincing you that they're not in you. Apart from us elect, almost everyone has demons to some degree or another. That's why you all need to be fasting. It's Lent and Ramadan. And Jesus said some evil spirits do not come out except with prayer and fasting. Some translations of the Bible now say without prayer, which is very wicked, and we've all been warned. It says in the book of Revelations, anyone adds to or takes away from these scriptures, you understand, all the plagues will come upon them. So look up Morgellons, swords, images. That's just a taste of what are any unrepentant enemies of God, us Israelites, the Gentiles that support us, the ones that earth rape, our divine, our holy Mother Earth, you know, she was holy once too. She don't worship her, you know, like we used to as pagans, or most pagans knew that she herself worshipped the Creator. And my people are Druid and priests from a long time ago. We had word that Messiah was coming, and people say we sacrificed children, and probably some of us did. You know, I don't know the full extent. Allah knows best what happened, all the timelines. But I know that some of us children of Yisrael, when we were in the Holy Land, when it was the Middle East, sacrificed children to Moloch, you know. So let's not be too hasty to judge. We knew Messiah was coming. And then when we were Christians, Messiah told us, turn the other cheek, pray for your enemies, bless those that curse you. I still do that. Every time he does witchcraft, I say, let them curse me, but bless thou me. And Yeshua, when you arise, you shall despise their image. And obviously Yeshua arose on me a few nights ago. The next little god to arise, I think, would be the Mayan cat, the black jaguar. But I'm not sure. We'll see who comes through, you know. Hopefully he'll recognise me. A few of my Joseph masks have come down. I spent time in the mental health industry, the mental health hospitals and that. And most of the time I wasn't a danger to myself or others. They just didn't like me telling the truth. A lot of time I was confused. They force injected me with dangerous drugs. And Mary had Magdalene, the great whore of Babylon. My mother that I deny, I only have Yeshua as my father now. He doesn't really like, you know, he's denied her as well. Yeah, and she tried to put the names of blasphemy in me. That was in Tolworth Mental Hospital, where they held me down and force injected me. And even though I was a bit schizo, I was saying, you're putting the wrong names of God on me. And it happened at Queen Mary's, that's closer to London. Anyway, so I read True Joy yesterday. This is Psalm 119, the words of God. So let's read the abundant life. Starts from 119:17. As you can see, my Psalms book's ripped in half, like a lot of our scriptures have been treated, you know. But I haven't sold it for a profit or like added anything wrong to it. I have taken notes. The abundant life. Let me, your servant, and all my brethren servants are now your children. The King Celestial's children. And if you want to be adopted, ask Jesus and he'll tell you who his father is. Like the Quran says, Allah SWT, the unseen creator, who's just too beautiful and full of light for even the Malachi, the angels, to approach. This Quran says he has no son, he also has no daughter. Sorry for the confusion. Walk in abundance of life, that I may always live to obey your truth. That's Emet in Hebrew, E-M-E-T. E-T phone home, hello. Open my eyes to see the miracle wonders hidden in your word. My life on earth, error is so brief, so tutor me in the ways of your chokmah, wisdom. I am continually ashamani, consumed by these irresistible longings, these cravings to obey your every commandment. It took me a while to get into that position. Not you Christians, you're disgusting. I'm not testifying to you anymore, but if by God's grace you get another chance and you're watching this, you're lukewarm. What does Messiah say? He would rather you were hot like me, or cold like the many good people of earth, the socialists, the anarchists, those who stand up for human rights like Amnesty International, the charity workers, the ones that mark much in the street for peace, the the young children that care for a disabled parent, etc. The cold, they're going to get a chance now. We've got proof that God is real. As for you lukewarm, he said he will spit you out of his holy mouth. We are told to keep the laws, statutes and commandments that Moses brought. Obviously some are no longer relevant. Torah is not strict. It is a living law, you understand. And we also have an oral tradition. I really respect the oral traditions of our ancestors and some current like African and other communities, you know. I really like that book, Roots by Kunta Kinte. He was an African slave and they chased his roots. Maybe they didn't go further enough back. He could have been a Hebrew slave, you know. And my people were the tribe of Dan in Ireland. We were taken into the Americas with a lot of our like brethren, the tribe of Judah, Messiah's tribe, and sold as slaves, also indentured servants. I saw a history thing once and it says some Negro slaves, tribe of Judah, and some Irish slaves, tribe of Dan. They had an uprising and they said kill all the white people. Talk about black on black violence and foul on white violence. But I'm kind of joking, the time for that has ended. I'm a second generation Irish. I was born in Hersham because I'm a shaman. We know how to transform these Morgellons darts. There's a lot of components to it. One of them is like invisible little shaman's arrows that ancestors told us to reveal this knowledge. This is the end times. This is the end times. And it gives the little darts in our hollowed out stomachs, which is very painful. That's what we done. We don't want any reward from you, like the Muslims say when they feed you. Our reward is with Allah or whoever you call the one. Gives them more potency, more power to curse and bless. I have no power to do that. So it comes to me and say, MashaAllah, and my boyfriend, he disrespected me. Can you curse him, sister? Or say, I'm really sick, heal me, I'll give you £50. I cannot be bribed. I'm a little judge now, but like Deborah, I'm sure she didn't take bribes, you know. Solomon said in the Proverbs, you know, how wrong it is to take bribes. I'm in a lot of trouble if I give my money to orphans when I've told these people keep the laws, statutes and commandments as far as they are still relevant. Obviously we don't sacrifice to animals because Yeshua, the first revolutionary Messiah, but by no means the only one. Although he's our leader, our master, and without him, you know, if you believe on him, that is enough, as long as you obey him, you know. So keep the Saturday Sabbath. I cannot stress how important that is. Messiah has told me many times. Anyone that has heard that even once, and most of you here have heard it, and will not be eligible for the soon coming rapture. It's mostly of the tribulation saints. You people haven't suffered. There is nobility in suffering. Yeshua said you do not reach the kingdom except through you know, pain and suffering. This is to make you worthy and make you qualified as a leader. But at the same time we are saved by grace, Chen, through faith, imuna, and not works as any man should boast. Hallelujah. I boast in the works of Jarastafari, my father, also Longman. He set up the Judgement and me and Technique and taken it over. We have many other allies. A lot of them are in the music game, you know. And we found out that our enemies, a lot of our enemies, I found out, I'm not the only one by any means, but I'm the one that's born, that's here in a pale skin nigger body, and as a female, not a male. I was born like this. So, you know, play the white privilege card for as long as we've still got the white privilege card by any means necessary. Was that Brother Malcolm X or Black Panther Party? I think it's probably both, and many other revolutionary minded people. So yeah, you know, and if you have the Holy Spirit, it's keeping the law will be a delight. And then we get the laws written on our lib, to be our heart, you know. But please keep the Torah. It's very important to read the Saturday Torah readings, because they're giving us a sense of what time period we're on. Like yesterday's was the command of God, you know. So we can see judgment is coming. Quite a few people on my WhatsApp have said they're not doing well, you know. But I've been warning you all, we're going to start reaping what we've sown. My life is blessed and I'm grateful. And I really hope that yours is. If it's not, like Allah told Prophet Muhammad, with hardship comes ease. With hardship comes ease. Same as the Holy Bible. When God wishes to emphasize something, he says it twice, at least. Your displeasure rests with those who are arrogant, who think they know everything. God really respects humility, people, so come on. You rebuke the rebellious who refuse your laws. Don't let them mock and scorn me for obeying you. They do all the time as I'm some kind of pied people or I'm really boring. I have more fun, man. I did kind of celebrate Christmas a little bit because it was Hanukkah, the Festival of Lights. We party hardy for like 7 days, Festival of Lights. What about Prophet Bob Marley, punky reggae party? Don't you tell me Rastafari's don't know how to party, man. You know, look at the Muslims, Ramadan, the holy month, at the Quran, we're on the 10th, I think it's the 11th, that the Quran was, we fast all day. I don't fast because I'm a saint and I'm feeding others, you know, in miraculous ways, unseen ways, that Allah knows best about. I've got a little idea, you know, I say sometimes. And then we feast at sundown, you know, until the dark thread of night and the thread of the morning appear, and then they're meant to fast again, you know. If you're on a saint's thing like me and you're multiplying your darts, and please don't do that, you know. For even if the princes and my leaders choose to criticize me, I'll continue to serve you and walk in your plans for my life. Your commandments are my counselors. Your word is my all, light and delight. Okay, I'll leave you at that. Please pray for my grandchildren. I'm hoping to go and see them today, but it's 11:08, 11:09. I rang about half an hour ago and there was no answer, but maybe they're having a lie-in or busy. I'll ring back now. Okay, God bless you all. If you have any questions, please just ask me. I understand that some of you are not able to speak out. Like I say, I understand. I don't think you're cowards at all. You're co-wards, you know, wards of the state. I guess he's taken over the welfare states, and you guessed it, Allah. They plot and they plan, and so does Allah, Jews, Christians, Muslims, and Rastafaris, doesn't he? And his plans are the best of plans. We can all agree on that, even if you haven't read the Quran. It's common sense that the one who made this matrix, he made space, time and matter, is ahead of the game, ahead of his time, you know. And if you think I'm too old at 54 to love hip-hop, righteous Christian hip-hop only, no, not you, Brother Bronze, you're a fake-ass cat, man. No room for you on my ship. You go on your slave ship. I think you'll find the slavery that you've scripted up for the white people, our Gentile allies and friends. You're going to get that. That's in the book of Esther, where Haman, the wicked man, tried to make Mordecai, Esther's uncle, the righteous Jewish man, make him be hanged on the gallows and take all this and kill all the Jewish people throughout all the states of Persia, which was a big area. The plan ended up their own. Like Bob Marley said, every man's got a right to choose his own destiny. In this judgment, there's no partiality. So as Judgment Day continues, let's do our best. I hope there are others there that are reaping what you've sown and being blessed. If you're reaping badly and there's still time to make amends, you know, humble yourself before God and repent. You've got the scriptures to tell you what to do. You've got us elect all over YouTube. Some of us are saying we're elect. I wasn't until a while ago, and then Jesus, like, he doesn't like take control of me like a jinn or anything. He just says I'll type now, and sometimes the Mortal Technique does, and sometimes Barry John from Australia. They're the Nungas, they're the tribe of Reuben, the first tribe, you know. And he typed and he said, I'm going to announce to the YouTube that you're one of the elect now, daughter. So no, hopefully I won't be deceived. Remember, Christians and people of the world, it says in the Bible, this is the time most of the world are deceived, because you don't love the truth, you prefer lies, you prefer the whispers of false prophets telling you that it's going to be peace and safety. Like Bob Marley said, quoting from the Bible, where they say peace and safety, a sudden destruction. Okay, so long. Slango for, not pronouncing that quite right, Irish for bye for now. God bless.